is Finance Friday, and today we are diving into the strategy of building wealth through real estate investments.
Certified financial planner and president of Shakiba Capital, Trevor Shakiba, is sharing 5 reasons why everyone should consider investing in real estate. Happy Friday, Trevor. Great to see you.
Yeah, how are y'all doing?
We're great. Thanks so much. So I think a lot of people hear this maybe and if they're not familiar with being in the real estate market, maybe they might shy away. But you say this is a really great investment to jump into.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the starting point is that if you look at some of the most successful and wealthy people, almost always they are invested in real estate. I think it's 90% of U.S. millionaires are invested in some real estate. They don't have everything in real estate. And I hear that often a lot too, that it's either got to be all real estate or all the stock market. And like most good things, you want to be diversified. And so that's my first point, is make sure you're diversified. We found out how diversified you really were the beginning of this year. So if your portfolio went down in lockstep with the market, 35% in 35 days in February and March, you may not be appropriately diversified. And so everyone needs assets that don't just go up and down with the market, and real estate could be one of those.
Yeah, for sure. And when you look at real estate over the decades, people certainly have made a lot of money. You know, look at the price of real estate in the 80s. My mom was a realtor back then, and my goodness, how times have changed. Let's talk about the tax advantages, Trevor, because this is a huge thing, right? I mean, these are massive tax advantages potentially.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites, actually. And look, real estate has more advantages from a tax perspective than any other investment by far. Now, it differs by the type of real estate, but really what I'm talking about here is depreciation. And so not going to go into the details of that, but a lot of times you can offset your income or gains from that real estate through having passive losses. I think the takeaway is that real estate can be a great vehicle to give you some tax benefits.
Well, let's talk about your 2 favorite words. So besides tax benefit, you say cash flow is something you need to really think about.
Yeah, indeed. Those are my 2 favorite words. And basically here you can get paid to wait. So what Derek was referring to before is that historically real estate goes up over time. So if it's the right type of real estate, you can get income and be patient. And like I said, get paid to wait. Now, this isn't every type of real estate. If you're buying land and you're developing, you're probably not going to get cash flow here. But what I'm talking about is single family rentals, apartments, maybe office. Those are all types of real estate that can give you that cash flow, which again is very valuable.
And Trevor, especially during uncertain economic times when people hint about a recession or they worry what's coming next, real estate in many ways is sort of recession-proof, right? Because people are always going to need a place to live. And let's say the market goes crazy and prices go up, then that means rental prices go up too.
Yeah, especially in the real estate that you just mentioned, single family apartments. And so it cannot be disrupted in a sense. And with inflation, which by the way, we're seeing data points now that may indicate that inflation may return to some extent. We haven't seen it in a long time. That is an investment that can really act as a hedge. So it's a great diversifier for that reason, and also to protect you in times of volatility.
Another protection really is sort of like the control, the comfortableness of having a real estate in your investment portfolio, because unlike the stock market, like you say, you don't know what's going to happen. But here we kind of have a level playing ground.
Yeah, exactly. This is again one of my favorites, and as you can tell, I really do like real estate. But again, go back to February and March. You did not feel like you had control back then with the market being as volatile as it was. Real estate can give you that control depending on what type, where you can improve, you can increase rents, you can update the property, you can decrease expenses and really force appreciation and do a lot of good things. So that control factor is a big one, and I know a lot of my clients and people like that. as opposed to the stock market where a lot of times you're just going up and down and you know, you can't control a pandemic or an election year or things like that.
And Trevor, before we let you go, we're almost out of time. If someone, again, is brand new to this whole idea that maybe one day they could start buying up real estate and investing, what is the first step? I mean, financially, how does someone even make that happen?
Yeah, that's a great tease, Derek, because next week we're going to talk about how you can invest in real estate, whether that's a large amount or how to get started. But there's a variety of ways, from a small amount that you could get in and kind of partner with others, to how do you eventually invest in something big like an office or an apartment. So I'm excited about that. Real estate's a great investment, great opportunity to diversify.
All right, Trevor Shakiba, thank you so much. We'll look forward to next week's chat.
You bet.
And if you are looking for a brand new way to invest, you can connect with Trevor by visiting ShakibaCapital.com.